Hi there. Have you thought about getting into coaching online on the internet? Are your doctors thought about how you might be able to share some of your skills or wisdom or experience with other doctors online? Or perhaps you're not even a doctor, but you're thinking about coaching online, or perhaps you're a doctor who has other interests and talents and would like to share them. Well, all things are possible these days on the internet. You can certainly get into coaching as a bit of a hobby or a side gig, or for someone like me, make it even part of kind of your main game, the thing that you do for work. So I will be shortly on the 11th of December 2019, which is a Wednesday at 7 o'clock Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time here in Australia. I'll be doing a live webinar with the Creative Careers in Medicine group. That's this mob. Over, I think, 6,000, maybe 7,000 members on their Facebook group in a little under 2 years, I believe. Just a bunch of doctors are interested in other things that you can do in medicine, creative careers, obviously. So I'll be doing that live webinar into their Facebook group, but we'll also be putting it out on this stream, which is great. And so you'll be able to watch it online on the Career Doctors channel. And I'll just be taking people through a little bit about my experience so far with being a coach online. I guess tips, things that have worked for me, things that have not worked so well. So maybe you can kind of get the benefit of learning from my own mistakes if you're thinking about being an online coach. But in the lead up to doing that, it's now Black Friday, the last Friday in November, when a lot of deals are done on the internet for various software applications as well as now physical products as well. And I happen to notice, and this is kind of one of the big secret sources that I'm going to talk about in my live webinar, that the site Appsumo, which is kind of, I think, the premier lifetime deal website, here it is, Appsumo. So this is kind of a place that people like me who use a bit of software or applications online, or developers, software engineers, agencies, go to check out some of the latest products that are available. And basically you can get a really good deal on some established and some up and coming various pieces of software or applications that you can use to do whatever you're trying to do on the internet. And Black Friday, they've got a number of deals on their site, and I'm going to post some links to some of those deals in a description for this particular video. But I wanted to highlight the fact that currently on Appsumo, if you wanted to be an online coach, you could probably pick up a number of these deals and basically have the basics for what you need to do, at least from a technology perspective, and possibly for some of the other things that you need to do to get up and start it at a pretty cheap deal, because most of these deals are usually what they call lifetime deals. Now, lifetime deals, a lot of software, comes and goes, but think about that, purchasing it for maybe 3 years plus without having to repay, rather than the subscription model, which seems to be so endemic these days. A couple of them are more annual plans, but most of them are lifetime deals, and you get a massive saving on some of these products. So before we hop into what I see as some of the best deals there are in terms of being an online coach, let me just go back to this webpage that I'm developing for the webinar and just take you through the 3 key steps I think you need to be an online coach. So the first thing is, I'm not going to touch too much on this, but you actually need to work out what your niche in coaching is, and that helps you to get up and establish and think about who your target audience is and what the best approach to telling people that you're available to coach, and how you might even go about coaching. So for example, if you're the skill you're teaching is kind of a performance skill, then you might want to think about having some educational resources attached to your coaching program. But we're not going to go into that too much. The next thing you obviously need to know, once you've worked out what your coaching niche is some clients. There's no point in being a coach online and available for coaching if no one's coming to see you. Now, you can obviously see people in person when you're a coach, even if you're online. But obviously the internet means that the rarity of skills these days is not so rare, because if you think however many billion people are now on the planet, if you do one thing well, there's likely to be enough people out there, if you can get to them, get through all that noise on the internet these days, that they're going to want to come to you and take the benefit of your wisdom and skill. So obviously you need to get clients. And one of the ways you can do that is obviously online, using various both free and paid digital strategies and applications. And certainly Appsumo and some of the other lifetime deal websites as well often have products that help you with that. But the key thing you need is, once you've worked out where you're going to coach and started to get some people coming in interested in your coaching wares per se, is obviously you need somewhere where for them to go and meet with you as a coach and do some of those practical things like make bookings and collect payments and make it easy for them to connect to you by video, because that's going to be the main way that you will be coaching online. So I think there are about 5 key technology elements that you need just to get established as an online coach. And I'll talk about these in the webinar as well, but these are the must-haves. So firstly, you need some sort of system for booking and payment. Usually you can get those in combination, that's why I've put them there together, but you can split those off. So a way that people can see when you're available, reserve your time, you get notified, they get notified, we're ready to meet, we're ready to do the coaching. Whether that's just cold traffic or they've already paid for, say, a package of coaching services, what have you. You don't want to be sitting there all the time going through your calendar, blocking things out, negotiating with them by email or text, sending them links, etc. You want something that automates that. And similarly, you don't want to be sitting there all the time generating invoices. You want a system that's got a shopping cart that they can quickly go in and pay for the service that they want, and you collect the money and it's all done for you. So that's the first thing. Now, sometimes you can get that in a system that also provides you a website, but obviously you need a presence on the web, and the best way to do that is a website. Yeah, you can do it through, say, having a Facebook page, I guess, or I guess what else could you have that would supplement for that? LinkedIn, maybe, but really there's nothing to beat a website in terms of particularly dragging in traffic. And one of the things that you want to focus in on your website, particularly if you're new, is developing content and ideas that collects traffic and leads as well. And that's one of those sort of free marketing tools that you can put in place. So you need a website, and obviously to have your website up there, you also need some web hosting. An agency that's got servers that is keeping your web pages up online for you, make sure they're backed up and secure and not hacked, etc. So they're key elements. And then once you've got that established, obviously you need some sort of way of meeting with them by video. You could use things like Skype. A lot of people now use Zoom, something like that. I think it needs to be a stable platform. It needs to be super user-friendly. We've all been through the days of GoToMeeting and things like that, where you have to download little applets and muck around with things, and it's just not user intuitive. So you need something that reduces that friction for people, because again, you don't want to be mucking around with sending them instructions, or like occasionally still happens for me, is working them through the technical problems of making sure the camera's on and you can see them, that sort of stuff. You want something that does that fairly well for you. And then the last thing I think is a must-have is you want some sort of email marketing system. Eventually you're going to collect a number of names through people maybe subscribing to what's called a lead magnet, so a free book off your site, or just interested in finding out about the next posts you have. And you want to keep them up to date about services and products that you have and ideas around coaching, so that you're generating more paid clients. And nothing beats email still these days. Email is the king of marketing still. So having building your list and having a good list of emails so that you can be communicating with your potential audience and clients, etc., is important. And I think these are the must-haves to be an online coach. There are a number of nice-to-haves, and I will talk about them in the live webinar, and some of the nice-to-haves I will highlight on the Appsumo side as well. But let's focus in on them. So booking and payment system, website, web hosting, video meeting platform, email marketing system. So let's hop over to Appsumo and have a little browse. So it's Black Friday on Appsumo. For those of you who have come across Appsumo before, perhaps you have, things have changed a little bit. They're now you know, what I've noticed as a trend for the last year or so is a big focus in on WordPress tools, which is great. I love WordPress. I think it's the best, still the best way of being online with a website on the web. It's just got so many things you can do with it. But we can see like there's all these sort of offers. So there's a bit to sort of digest here. But the first thing you see is these cards that sort of show that the offers that are available. Usually there's a little bit of sometimes a timer that tells you it's going away in a certain time. Sometimes things just pop off, by the way. And so you have to be careful. If there's something that you're interested in, it's generally best to grab it when you're interested in it. And it's a no-risk thing too. The thing I think like about Appsumo, which beats most of the other lifetime deals sites, is you have 60 days to evaluate. So you pay the money, you get a code that gives you access to the application that you've bought or whatever the product is. And you get to look at it, and if you're not happy with it, it doesn't work for you, it doesn't sort of fit in with the other software applications that you use, then as long as you've gone in and cancelled it within 60 days, you get your money back. So it's a no risk sort of thing, which is great. You might ask, why do people put these things up on a site like this at such a discounted rate? Surely they're making themselves a disservice. Well, I think there's probably a number of reasons why agencies that are developing applications do this, but one of it is to increase the user base. Some of it is about to get sort of early adopters in and testing out the products. So some of these applications, they do have a few bugs and you have to sort of tolerate them. But a lot of them, like this one, BookLikeABoss, is well established and is a great product. And some of it's about, I think, staying ahead of the competition by getting in the people that like the deals into your application rather than someone else's. So remember, we are looking for things that sort out the booking and payment system, things that sort out the website and hosting, video meeting applications, and email marketing. So the first one I want to highlight is BookLikeABoss. I think this is a fantastic product, and it's a platform that does a heap of things. Let's just check out the deal first. So you see when you look at these deals, you get like a too long, don't read summary of things. Then there's a video, usually with Christy from Appsumo, some information about the product, plans and features. Often you have more than one option depending on how many codes you want to buy. So usually the starting price for one code is around $50, sometimes a bit more. This is US, by the way. And then it goes up based on code. So you get a bit more if you buy a second code on top of the first one. You can also see reviews that people have posted, which is very helpful, and questions as well, which is also handy. So you might have a question like, does this integrate with something else? You can put that there. And the people running these applications are usually got someone on staff answering those quite quickly for you. So it's all great. So BookLikeABoss, it does a number of things. You can sell both your services online as well as physical products and digital products. So you can use it to collect payment for selling those things. It doesn't do the shopping and distribution of physical products, but it does provide the shopping cart interface. It integrates with the common things that people use to collect money on the internet. Stripe, Square, and PayPal are the usual things that are used for e-commerce payment. You can make as many packages and appointment types and have as many bookings as you want. You can have something called coupon codes. So this is where you can maybe have a deal like this and, for a period of time, discounting your services to get new clients. It integrates with calendars, which is really important. When you've got a booking system and you're, like me, running more than a few calendars, you don't want people to be booking times that you're not available. You can embed the calendar on your website, or you can use the BookLikeABoss page that you get. Zoom is one of the video meeting technologies that a lot of people like. Also integrates with Zapier. It's kind of an application that helps you integrate one application with another, if you're not familiar with that. MailChimp is kind of the lead email marketing system out there. It's a bit expensive, and I'm going to show you an alternative. Redirects after bookings basically means it just takes you back to the page you want to. Easy rescheduling and cancellation. That's another thing. You don't just want people to be able to easily book you. You don't want to have to muck around with them cancelling or changing, etc. So let's just hop over to the website itself. So this is Book Like a Boss. Take bookings, make money. And you can see you share a link and you get paid. You get over a dozen features on your page. Start getting paid bookings and meetings in minutes. Sync with the calendars you're already using. Avoid late shows and no shows for good. So you get this system has SMS reminders for people to tell them that there's a reminder that they've got an appointment coming up. So lots of great functionality there. Testimonials, you can see. I've actually got Book Like a Boss. I bought it in a previous Appsumo deal. I'm kind of in the process of switching my previous booking system, which I got through Appsumo as well, over to Book Like a Boss. I just want to make sure it's right. I probably will launch it sometime next year, but just so you can get insight into what you can generate. So this could actually be your website as well. So that you get information about you as the coach for people, some links to other things like your blog, your YouTube, my learning courses, other pictures of me in action that people can look at if they want. Then there's a quick call booking. This I use for people who are kind of interested in the service, who want to just ask a few more questions to kind of get them on board. Trainee doctor interview coaching. You can have a package. And you've got testimonials here from previous happy clients, and you can even have a customizable footer. So that's Book Like a Boss. So that might serve your needs for both a booking and payment system, a website, and web hosting. Well, sorry, not web hosting, because yes, web hosting, because you can just have your site hosted by Book Like a Boss. So you see here on this one, you will still need a domain. Basically, I've got a subdomain here linked to that. Please don't try and make a booking through here, by the way. Okay. So that's Book Like a Boss. So that will help you with booking and payment, website, web hosting. Now, the next thing that you might still want is another website, because you can see one of the things that's missing here for Book Like a Boss is there's no like blog pages. That's a link to my blog site basically. So I always recommend WordPress to people for a website. There's a number of reasons for that. I'm not going to go into it these days, but if we go back to Appsumo, we can see that I might have to show them more results. We can see here that we've got superb themes. Stunning WordPress themes optimized for SEO, which is search engine optimization. That's how you get seen and found through Google and other search engines, and quick load times. Load time is very important in terms of, people, if they spend too much waiting for the page to load, they'll usually hop off. So you want your website to run quickly. So you can see here that these are the types of themes that you can get with superb themes. And you can see that the deal is $49 lifetime. Now, often to get a really good theme, there are lots of good free themes out there, but usually if you want to get something a little bit fancy with some more options, you're often looking at more than $49 US just for one theme. And here you get all the themes. So I'll just show you that deal. All features above included. You can use any theme, all premium themes, on up to 5 sites for the first code, or if you want to get thinking you might have more than 5 sites, you can buy it for 2 codes and use it anywhere. And so that's superb themes, a bunch of themes there that you might want to check out. I haven't actually looked at all of them. I don't use superb themes, it's just popped up on Appsumo. I use usually something around the Elementor style. I like Astra. But you can see there's a bunch of different options there, some of which would probably work very nicely for a coaching type of site like this one here, the corporate one. Now, if you're going to have your own website, you obviously need a domain name, but you need somebody to host it. And you can see here on Appsumo, we also have that option at the moment. We have Truly WP. So this is a deal to get WordPress hosting. Now, you can you can host quite cheaply on the internet, but at a certain point, if you're running a WordPress site, you want what's called managed hosting, and it does cost a little bit more, but it does mean that your site runs much better. And if you're making money from your site, one of the things I often recommend is to invest in good quality hosting. Don't go cheap, because it will probably reduce your traffic and your performance, and you'll have issues with payments, etc. So definitely you want some good hosting for your site. So you can see the plan here for Truly WP. Just with one code, you can host one site with 5 gigabytes, solid state drive. That means it's quick. 30,000 monthly visitors. That is probably going to do you for a year's worth of coaching if you're starting out. Although if you might want to think about maybe you're going to have some subdomains for certain things, like an e-learning course site, you might want to go up to the 3 sites with 15 gigabytes, 75,000 monthly users, perhaps. And don't worry about all these other things. These are often targeted. These are things for like agencies. So that's available. You can host for $69. Now, this is not a lifetime deal. This is a 1-year deal. But compare that to, often you're paying maybe even $100 to host a fairly big site, like the Advanced Med site is about $100 currently a month to host just on its own. Well, that's $1,200 a year, $69 for a year for a site. You do the maths. That's a pretty good deal. So let's just hop over to Truly WP. So this is the landing page. They use Google Cloud like most people because it's really fast these days. It seems to be doing the best. And you can see what you would pay normally, $30 a month. So after about 2 months, or 3 months definitely, you've clocked up what you would do with the Appsumo deal, which gets you a year's worth of hosting. So let's remind ourselves, we needed a booking and payment system, a website, web hosting. We've done that. So all that's needed now is some sort of video meeting platform and an email marketing system. Well, Appsumo delivers again on Black Friday deals. So we are going to show more posts. Now, I'm going to point them out together. So MeFox is a video platform. And Sanfox is a new email marketing platform, which I really love. It's set up for sort of small solo or small group agencies or bloggers or content creators, and it seems to cut through. One of the problems you'll notice when you've got like email marketing campaigns, you'll see yourself when you get emails from lots of people that you've subscribed to, you'll notice it and you'll kind of automatically spam it. Well, Sanfox takes a personalized approach. They have a really strict policy against spammers, and I've been using it for a little while. You may have received an email from me. I really like it as a platform. So I'm not going to show you the deals, well, actually I will show you the deals, but let's just have a quick look at MeFox. So this is where meetings happen. You get a kind of a really easy sort of scheduler system, obviously video in the browser. So this is there's less steps to this than something like Zoom. I think you just, I've been experimenting with it. I like it. One of the problems with it at the moment is it doesn't have an instant meeting function, but you can see that I've bought a license for it, and you have this kind of really nice, clean landing page where you can set up your services and book payments as well. Again, please don't go to that URL because I haven't set it up as a live thing. So that's MeFox. So you get so you can meet online. You can it has various functionality. With a video meeting thing tool, you want to be able to share your screen. You want to be able to hopefully whiteboard things. So do some doodles as well sometimes with your coaching, and you definitely want it to be recorded. And this does provide all that sort of functionality for you. I will still be sticking with Zoom for a while because it's a stable platform. Yes, it costs a bit, but it does some pretty neat things that just streamlines my workflow. But I expect at some point MeFox will probably catch up. And I might switch over to it. We'll just have a quick look at the features here. Features. Yep. So you've got scheduling, meet online or in person if you want to, get paid. So it has a payment system as well. So you could use this as an alternative to Book Like a Boss, and then you just have your website web hosting with it. Uh, it integrates with your calendars as well. I believe it does provide recordings. I haven't used it for a little while, but you want to dig into the product around that. So that's MeFox, and then the last one, sorry, wrong site, is Sanfox. As I said, I'm really liking this platform. Here is the landing page. It doesn't show you very much. You have to sign in. I'm not going to show you the back end because it's got people's details and campaigns I'm running, etc. But it's a very simple, clean email marketing system. If you've used something like MailChimp before, there's lots of bells and whistles with MailChimp, which is great, but sometimes it just feels a bit complicated and too many things going on. Sanfox is an alternative to that. It makes it really simple and easy to do your email campaigns. So there's the must-haves cleared. So we've got booking in payment, website, web hosting, video meeting platform, email marketing system, all deals going on Appsumo at the moment that will help you with those sort of things that you might need. I will leave links in the description below. If you want to just hang on for a little bit longer with this video, I'll just point out a few other things that are good deals going on Appsumo at the moment that might be in that sort of nice to have if you're sort of maybe a little bit more established as an online coach and thinking about how you're sort of going to grow your presence and improve your website, that sort of thing. So starting at the top, Hey Summit's good if you're interviewing other people, maybe doing sort of online conferences. Sociamonials is one of many social media sort of automated posting applications that are out there. I've tried it. I use other things actually. Again, it looks good. The functionality is really great, but I just had a little bit of trouble with some of the sort of complexity of it when I tried it out. So I'm currently using other things. But you'll notice that I regularly post and repost content, and that's one way of growing your presence online. If you're into podcasting, there's a podcasting platform. It doesn't help you record your podcast, but it helps you to establish them online with Apple and Spotify, etc., and keep what's called your RSS feed working, etc. Promote them. Deposit photos is if you're blogging or vlogging, you're often wanting images. You got to be careful about copyright. When you go to like stock photo or whatever, you're often paying like $5 per photo. Well, with deposit photos, I think the deal is you've got $49 US, and that gets you 100 photos, so about 66 cents Australian just per photo, which is pretty cheap. There's a couple other deals like that actually. I think we've got Yay Images is similar. Stock Unlimited, that's actually free, so that's a free lifetime deal. So you probably, the quality goes up though in reverse. Stock Unlimited, just some stuff there. Not a lot in the medical field if you're needing medical images. Your images a bit better, and then deposit photos. Then we have Woofy, which is another social media automation tool. Things for collecting leads and writing emails and other things. We've got Endorsal as a way of collecting reviews and testimonials. I've got that at the moment. I'm really liking that. You might want a Better Docs is something you can integrate into your website, which can set up an FAQ system, which you'll notice after you've grown for a while, you get lots of questions, and you're often going back over your pages and going, well, why did they not understand that from going to the web page? Well, one of the ways of getting through that problem is to put all your information in one place and make that visible so people can go and search and ask their own questions. So I'm thinking of getting Better Docs because I often get a lot of very specific questions about certain things about the process, particularly for IMGs coming to Australia. And I figure if I put that into a Better Doc, People are going to be able to find that more easily. I'm going to be having to answer questions less, but it also, again, might generate more traffic towards my site. If you're hosting video, you've got Video Cypher. If you want to make some quick, simple marketing videos, I've used InVideo. I can certainly vouch for that. Then this is another website builder that's very nice. Brizzy. What else? Anything else? Probably, I mean, there are heaps of things here, and one of the risks and tricks with Appsumo is just going in and grabbing everything like candy in the candy store because it feels so cheap, and then not having the time to evaluate it properly. But if you're doing any sort of YouTube like I do, Tubix is good. It helps you with your SEO, and gives you some sort of tips on improving your videos and improving the views from your videos. So that, I think I'll stop there, but that's Appsumo Black Friday deals. I think most of them are lasting till Monday. Some will go a little bit longer. Check them out. As I say, if you're thinking about becoming an online coach, check out some of those options available for you. I haven't done the maths, but I think, with like a few $100s, you're probably actually going to be able to buy most of the things that you need to set up an online coaching business for lifetime deals, apart from the hosting. And be on your way. And remember, on the 11th of December, Wednesday, 11th of December, 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Savings Time, I'll be joining the Creative Careers in Medicine Facebook group, talking about how to coach online, also streaming through the Career Doctor channel. I'd love to see you then, and bye for now.